While most of us were dealing with the rainy weekend, UH Athletics had a busy week. Baseball rattled off 3 wins before losing their lone game of the season to number 20 Alabama in the series finale. Men's basketball saw another halftime lead slip through their fingers as point guard L.J. Rose was forced out of the game at halftime with a foot injury. In Indianapolis, Joey Mbu showed off for scouts at the NFL Combine. Meanwhile, men's track geared up for the American Indoor Championships in New York this weekend. I'm Cameron Wolfe, and this is In the Game. Cougar baseball started off the season in the best way with the series sweep of Minnesota, and the Cougs took that momentum forward. On the 18th, Houston faced off against neighboring Texas Southern at Cougar Field. TSU jumped out to an early lead, scoring 4 runs in the first inning to knock out Houston starting pitcher Patrick Weigel after recording just 1 out. The relievers, however, worked hard for the Cougs for the rest of the night, combining to pitch 8 2/3 innings, allowing just 6 hits, 1 earned run, and 4 walks while striking out 8. Following the top of the first, it was all Houston as the offense got going and never looked back. Houston scored 11 runs on 13 hits and beat the Tigers 11-5. Following that, Houston hosted the number 20 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide for a 3-game series. The game was a pitcher's duel from the jump. Andrew Lanchard went 7 innings for Houston, giving up only 7 hits and 1 earned run while notching 5 Ks. Chris Arriar made the difference in the game, launching a 3-run homer to give the Cougs a lead that they wouldn't relinquish. On Saturday, Houston and Alabama again faced off, but the offense was on display in this one. For the 4th straight game, Houston battled back from being down early to take the win. Soon, they will earn a Comeback Kid's nickname. 9 unanswered runs in the 7th and 8th innings led the Cougars to a 14-9 win. Josh Vidales scored 3 runs while going 2 of 3 from the plate. With the win, Houston clinched the series and improved to 6-0 on the season. Finally, Houston and Alabama faced off in the series cap on Sunday afternoon. Our own reporter Ashley Moore was out at Cougar Field to cover all the action.
With UH football rebuilding its coaching unit and men's basketball closing a losing season, fans are looking for any way to support the Houston Cougars. Well, I think it's safe to say they found it here, as number 3 ranked Houston Cougs take on the Alabama Crimson Tide in the 3rd game of a weekend series. From Cougar Field, I'm Ashley Moore. The Houston Cougar baseball team has had the highest preseason ranking in school history under the leadership of head coach Todd Whitting. Last season, they won the American Athletic Conference tournament title and came very close to a trip to the College World Series. U of H fans filled the seats to watch U of H take on Alabama, but where there's an Alabama team, there's an Alabama fan. What is this you're holding right now?
Alabama baseball. The guys at Alabama hooked me up, gave it to my daughter. I wish it was for me, but I can't take all of it, so it should be for her.
So are you going to be following the baseball team throughout the rest of the season?
Yes, on TV, and if they get to come back out here again, I'll make sure to come again.
With a change in pitchers in the top of the 6th, allowing 3 runs in 1 inning, U of H allowed Alabama to jump ahead with a 5-1 lead with just 2.5 innings to play. I'm here with former UH shortstop Frankie Ratcliffe. Frankie, it is currently 5-1, Alabama on top with 2.5 innings to go. Do you think Houston can come back?
Definitely. You know, baseball don't have a time limit, so you got to keep playing until the game's over. And we already came back once this year, and you know that's always an exciting win to come from behind.
Okay, U of H Cougs baseball is currently ranked number 3. Do you think they deserve that ranking?
Absolutely. The last 2 years, you know, we've really turned our program around, and you know, we won some really important games, and you know, and we worked hard for it. So I definitely think we deserve it. As whispers of a run to the College World Series is in the air, fans are hoping U of H baseball brings the University of Houston back to the national level. Okay, is baseball that team that's going to bring U of H back to that national level? It could be. I definitely think right now, you know, we've been playing good. Like I said, the last 2 years we've been playing really well, and hopefully we can continue to do that. The Cougs couldn't hold off Alabama for the sweep.
Roll Tide.
Thanks, Ashley. Houston now looks forward to hosting Columbia for a 4-game series starting on Friday, followed by a matchup with HBU, and then the annual Houston College Classic. Without a trip outside of Houston, baseball is surely enjoying the home cooking early on. Turning now to men's basketball, Houston faced off against conference foe Cincinnati on Saturday, following a quick 2-game road trip in Florida. That pair of games saw Houston fall on consecutive nail-biters, a 56-54 loss to UCF on the 15th and a 69-67 loss to USF on the 17th. After a tough road trip, Houston returned home, sitting at 9-16 overall and 1-12 in AAC play, looking for a much-needed win over the Bearcats. Chicken Knowles led the way with 16 points and 9 rebounds, falling just 1 rebound short of his third double-double of the season. The game saw Houston stay in it with Cincinnati during the first half, taking a 28-25 lead into the break. But an injury to starting point guard L.J. Rose's right foot saw him sit the rest of the night. Without Rose at the helm, Houston was just not the same team, and Cincinnati took advantage of that. 8 Houston turnovers in the second half helped Cincinnati as they outscored the Cougs 38-25 in the second half en route to a 63-53 victory. Gerard Stiggers added in 13 points and now has 996 career points, sitting just 4 points shy of becoming the 45th 1,000-point scorer in Houston men's basketball history. We did a feature early in the season on his 3-point shooting prowess, and Stiggers should break the record in his next game. Following the game against the Bearcats, Coach Coach Sampson spoke on the importance of LJ, saying that he was Houston's only true point guard and ball handler that was healthy coming into the game. He also stressed how proud he was of his guys, playing hard even after LJ went down. As Stiggers and Wes Van Beck had to fill in at point, when asked about the injury, LJ, Sampson said he felt it pop though, and last he said he felt it pop, it was broke. Backup point guard Chuck Baker is also out for the Cougars, and with LJ going down, it looks like Houston will have to play without a true point guard for possibly the rest of the season. Sampson also said that LaRon Barnes is currently playing with a bad thumb, which could also possibly be broken. Houston now must regroup as they head on the road to Philly to play Temple on the road on the 26th before heading into their final 3 games of the regular season in the month of March. On Sunday, Joey Mbu went through his set of drills with the defensive linemen at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. Mbu ran a 5.54 40-yard dash and a 5.01 20-yard shuttle. He also recorded a 22.5-inch vertical jump and an 8-foot 1-inch broad jump. Mbu did not bench press at the Combine, as it is suspected that he will do that at his pro day in Houston. One AFC defensive line coach was quoted as saying the coaches at Houston can't stop talking about how good the kid is and what kind of leader he is. CBS Sports has Mbu projected to go number 94 overall in the draft, making him a 3rd to 4th round prospect. Mbu leaves Houston as the first-team All-American Athletic Conference selection and 2-time team captain for the Cougars. Mbu will be hoping to hear his name called early in the NFL draft. Finally, Houston men's distant track competed in their final tune-up event on Saturday, the Notre Dame Alex Wilson Invitational, before the AAC Indoor Championships. Seniors Jonas Tesfa, Drayvon Anderson-Kappa, and Dominique Charles, along with sophomore Brian Barraza, competed for Houston in a medley relay. Houston placed 11th overall, with a finish of 9:37 and 94 milliseconds, which ranked best among the American Athletic Conference. To keep up with all things Houston Cougar athletics, make sure you catch our episodes every Thursday at 7 p.m. or online at our brand new website, cougtv.com, where you can find all of our episodes and other SPN shows. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/InTheGameUH and on Twitter by searching for @InTheGame_UH. I'm Cameron Wolfe. Thanks for watching, and remember, don't just sit there. Get in the game.